if you're in social service, you already know that poverty is an issue, and the working poor is a big issue for our county. But you might not know that if you're in the business side of things, or if you work in academics or some other area of focus. So it's really important to look at these issues from a cross-section of the community at large. That way, more solutions can come about.
In the child welfare system, we're in the business of going into people's homes, and we make judgments of some sort about whether or not they're able to parent their children, or whether or not there's a problem in the home, and we make recommendations to the court based on those assessments. So it's important when we are going into these homes, especially for those who are in generational poverty, being able to understand how they live, because most of us in the field, we're in the middle class. And that's one of the things that Dr. Ruby Payne says in her work, is that the social services network, or the system, is developed on middle class values. So when we go into the homes, we need to understand that people in generational poverty do not live like we live. And the whole concept behind it is, bridges out of poverty. The plan is to help them get out of poverty.
The poverty simulation really meant a lot for different agencies and entities who don't oftentimes have the impression they don't really work a lot with people who are experiencing difficulties, or if they are, they don't realize what's going on behind the scenes. So what's great about this simulation or event is that it brought to light a lot of the underlying currents that go on in someone's life that could be affecting why they're not at work, or why they're sick, why they're in the hospital, or why they can't move or go anywhere else, or have other types of health or social service issues.
The simulation itself was fascinating because we were in a building. It was all quote unquote fake. We knew that we were not in poverty. We knew that we were playing roles, but there was real emotion and feeling coming out of that. During the debriefing, I heard a young man say how horrible he felt when he couldn't pay the bills and he knew that his family was going to be evicted. There were people in tears. There were people that were frustrated about standing in lines, having to get bus passes. There were people who even considered committing crimes, and there were some that did commit crimes, which was very interesting. So the intent was just to create a little bit more sensitivity and empathy for those who are in poverty and some of the decisions that they have to make.
I think just having to go through that personal experience, just their self, having to feel what it's like for someone who can't go to the bank, and when the bank closes, or if they can't go and cash their check, or if they can't get to the doctor, or if they have a doctor's appointment and that appointment gets changed and they've taken off work, they've taken their kids out of school. I think that personal frustration to really see what is it like and all of the different challenges that people oftentimes go through. It's not just one thing, it's a number of things that are affecting that. So I think just seeing that and the reactions to people who were going through those simulations, I think it was eye-opening for everyone.
We had several volunteers from Polk Vision participate, and I won't give you their names and who they were, but they come from different sectors of the community. And for them to participate in the debriefing after, what they shared with us was they had no idea at the struggles and the barriers of people who want to work and who want to access services, that they have so many barriers that the system plays against them in some regards. So for some of our volunteers to really recognize that making sure their service that they're providing the community at large is efficient and it's not wasteful of time and resources is really important. And I think that some of our volunteers really looked at how can our agencies or organizations do better in serving the community. By serving them in a more efficient way, then you're not taking time away from families, you're not taking time away from someone who could be looking for a job because they're filling out paperwork for some other type of benefit. And I think that really, just that element alone, when you walked away from the simulation, is something that I think several volunteers are implementing in their own groups. And I think you'll see some systemic change in that regard, just by sheer knowledge of what these different families face on a regular basis.
it's hard to do anything on your own by yourself. And it really takes a group of people working together, and you're going to get a lot more accomplished a lot quicker. What was great in working with some of these agencies is some of them we did have relationships established, some of them we did not. But oftentimes people may be working on a strategy to address the same issue, the same problem. And if we're not communicating or knowing what the left hand or the right hand is doing, we could be working in circles when we could get a lot more accomplished by working together. And that was one of the things, because if we have someone that presents to us who needs health care, they may need help from Career Source Polk because they need help finding a job and they need to be either employed or looking for employment. So we can connect them, and we've been able to find out that there are other programs available for people, scholarship programs, in fact, that will pay for them to get additional training. So making those linkages for people and helping them hold their hand through that process, you get a lot more as an end result instead of just referring people. If you know more about the programs and you're more intimately involved, then you're going to be able to share a lot more of that with people who need it, and instead of them having to find out for themselves what hoops they have to jump through.
Just that basic communication, being aware of the resources in the community is huge. Just knowing where to send families. And the other thing was, we realized that because of individual barriers, maybe some type of funding restriction, you may send a family and you think you're being helpful and you're sending them to a provider, and this family is having to find transportation to go to that provider, only to learn when they get there, sorry, I can't help you because of some type of limitation or some type of restriction. So there was a lot of conversation about those of us who were professionals to challenge ourselves to learn more about the other organizations and what the limitations are, what are the restrictions, so that we're not just unnecessarily causing stress or asking families to go places that would not be helpful.
What happens when you put different groups of people together or different individuals together to look at one common problem? They're going to bring their own resources to the table. So, for instance, from Polk Vision standpoint, our resources are people resources. We don't have financial resources that we grant out to the community, but IFAS and University of Florida has almost the informative side of things. So they had the structure of the poverty simulation. They could provide the venue for the poverty simulation. So their resources look a little different. United Way's resources look a little different, and that they have data, and they have the Alice report, which really talks about the plight of poverty throughout the United States. So they're coming with data, we're coming with people resources, UF is coming with logistical resources, Polk County government's coming with logistical resources of how to share the message out and get people to the table. So I think being able to do all of those different things at once is what makes it successful.
Well, we are the Morris family. My name is Melinda Morris.
And I'm Miles. I'm the father.
And I am Margaret. I am Miles' mother. I'm a sophomore in high school.
Okay, so what do we need for this week? We need food, we need a job,
We have bills that are due.
and we have bills that are due.
I guess I can work extra hours.
Miles, we need to go watch one of her games if we can.
I have a soccer game this week.
You have a soccer
You do?
game this week?
Okay, so,
We'll try to go.
What do we each have to accomplish? So you need to go check in at work.
I need to go to work.
It's gas.
That's
so
gas.
you do have to
You're
turn
gonna
it
have to
in
get
every
some
single
gas
time.
Okay?
Son, you have to have gas in the car. Didn't we talk about this?
Mom, you know me, I'm a dreamer.
So
gonna go buy
someone's going to need to go
groceries
grocery shopping. Keep the utilities on, make your loan payments, pay for clothing and miscellaneous expenses.
Would you like for me to stop by the grocery store on the way home? Would that help?
No, because we have to get to her game.
so we may need to buy more transportation passes. So right now,
You want me to try to
does
do
it
that?
sound like I just need to stay home?
But you can't take care of yourself.
I can't take care of myself.
You'll have to go with me. But where are we going to get the cash other than to go pay our gas? When do you get your first paycheck?
I'm going to find that out when I go to work.
Okay, so we'll just all go to transportation right now.
We're going to go to transportation first?
Yes.
Okay. Can't be late for school.
Okay.
Again.
Well, you'll need-
And I got to go to work.
Is this transportation?
Yep.
Okay. Can we cut in line?
You want to get beat up?
Oh, sorry. My goodness.
Mandy can take the school bus and it doesn't count as a transportation
So I
pass?
can save this
Oh,
for when I'm
good.
on spring break.
Okay.
Okay. Would you like to give that to me so I'll hold it for
I'll probably lose
safekeeping?
it.
Okay, yeah.
I wonder if Melinda, you need to take me to the bank to cash my disability check, or how do we get that into our bank account?
But we could always go to payday loans and cash the
Well,
check.
let's try the bank first and see, because they might give us.
Okay.
I'm waiting in line to go to work. Oh man, okay, so the transportation part is going to be a problem because every time you go out, you got to get a ticket for more transportation. Hey, I've come to show up for work.
Are you full-time or part-time?
I'm full-time.
We need 5 transportation passes for the beginning of the week. Do you have 5?
No.
Okay, well you need to go buy 5 and come back. And if you're late, you're not going to be able to show up for work again. So you need to hurry up.
So how often do I get paid and when? So I know how to allocate money.
You're gonna have to work for a full week, and then in the second week you'll get a paycheck.
I got you.
Okay.
So the transportation center is my next stop.
Yep, and you need 5 passes, so you need to buy 1 more, and then we'll get you started.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Have a good day.
Okay, so now I have to buy 5 passes and I have nothing to buy it with. The only way to get money right now is for the quick cash.
So we've got $300 in discretionary, and that includes all of our income.
meeting you here. So I can't go to work until I have 5 transportation passes.
You have to turn in all of your transportation passes for the whole week at once?
Yep. And so I have to work for a whole week before I get a paycheck. I get a paycheck at the start of the next week.
Yeah, we don't have.
So that leaves us one
No, I have 2, yeah. So
all your transportation passes at once?
all 5 now. And if I don't hurry up and get back to work, I'm going to get fired. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So we're here to buy more transportation passes.
We don't have any money because we haven't gone to the bank.
We need to go to the bank and
You're
cash
gonna be
my
late to
disability
work.
check.
Okay, I gotta run.
You're going to have to be late to work because we have to get transportation too. So can you call your boss and tell them to be like 5 minutes late until we can get our transportation to go to the bank to get our money?
I'm trying, but if she said if I'm late, I get fired.
We'll cash
Do a
our
loan,
check here.
cash our check here.
And you go on to work.
Okay, I'll go to work.
Thank you.
Jeez.
So good to the family.
Thank you for understanding that I've just taken your transportation passes. There's nothing else to do. I'm here for work.
Okay, so you have 5. We don't have any other positions, but I'll put your application on file. I'll keep them now.
And you're working full time means you come over here and you sit for 7 minutes before you can get your paycheck. And understand now, you have to work 1 week before you get your paycheck. Okay?
Okay, so this is my work for the week now? Okay. So the biggest problem we have now is we need cash flow and we have no cash. And so our family members are out in various parts of the neighborhood and of the city trying to figure out a way to get a liquid amount of cash so we can start the week.
Yeah, I just got home from school. The teacher yelled at me because I was late again. But I just got home and no one's here yet. So I'm not sure what I should do. I probably should get ready for my soccer game, but no one's here to take me. So I don't know what to do.
Okay, so I understand that Mandy was late to school today. Tardies are important. Attendance is incredibly important in being successful in school. If you're not here, you can't learn. Tardies themselves don't sound like much, but if a person misses the first part of first period every day or 3 days out of the week, they're missing a great deal of instruction in that specific area.
Excuse me, sir. My mother-in-law is very sick, and we have got to go get groceries.
Is she she gets any rowdier, call the police. Okay, absolutely.
Why? Excuse me,
They
sir.
think they have all the power.
Excuse me, sir. My mother-in-law is very sick. We need transportation. Sir? 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 Her mother-in-law's sick.
You know, lots of people's parents are sick.
Okay, so now you guys
gotta
are
work
finished.
on stuff.
We need to cash a check first, and then we need transportation. I have got to get her to the doctor.
I'm aware of that, but she's first. Well, that's neat. Hold on a minute. I need to check with my manager.
Actually, I think that was the end of the week. So I think
Did you hear that? No, the bell rang.
So we're going to sit back there.
We need to have a talk about organizational management.
You have issues at this table. You have issues at this table.
We didn't get anything done this week. I didn't get to eat. I didn't get to eat.
And then I have to come back next week in order to get paid for this week. So it looks like I'm not going to be taking home a paycheck today for what I'm working. All right. I have been recorded as working, and now I'm going to go back home and see what my fam is doing.
I just spent an entire week standing in line. All right, maybe at the start of next week.
How was school?
It was good, but I was late again.
I think at the next
Again?
step,
Why?
I don't know. The beginning of next week, I'd say we go to the bank first. Because
How do you get
it's
to
so
the bank
long
if we
a
don't
line
have
in the bank.
transportation?
I just don't understand.
Hey, everybody. Tell me, what happened?
So the school bus was late this morning. I missed going out there, so I ended up being late, and the teacher yelled at me again. She said if I was late again, I'm gonna have to go to detention. So that was embarrassing, being in front of the class and getting yelled at.
Sorry.
And then I came back, no one was here. I didn't have a way to get to my soccer game.
We missed your soccer game. We're sorry we missed your
Sorry.
They were counting on me. I wasn't there.
Sorry.
So I was just here alone. I was doing homework, but I really needed to be there.
Sorry. I know it's been a rough day for you. Tomorrow will be a better day.
We stood in line the whole time at the payday loans, and just rude. They wouldn't move fast. It was taking forever to process one person, and they were very rude to Melinda. We didn't get to get any more money this week by depositing our check. And
Really, we needed to go buy groceries.
yeah, and we needed to go buy groceries. Now, did you get paid for your week of work?
No.
Why not?
They make me come. You get paid a week behind your work.
In arrears. Okay.
So in
So
order
did
to
you
go,
like the work?
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
have no way to get to work. We have one pass. So you have to go to work and get your paycheck.
but in order for me to get to work, I have to give them 5 transportation tickets, which represents a trip for 5 days of the work week.
Well, we're going to have to go get money. We're going to have to go back
We're
to
gonna
the
have to be
payday
the
loan
first
place.
in line.
In line, because
So
if we
if we
don't,
get up
that's
early
the
in
only
the
place we
morning.
can get.
How can we get cash right now? We've got some things we can pawn.
So we pretty much will need to go to the payday loans place first, cash the check, get more transportation tickets to do anything else. And then the next thing we're going to have to do is maybe even sell my car.
Well, no. I want to sell my diamond.
Do you have a
It
dime?
doesn't mean anything.
Oh, honey.
No. It's time. We have to feed our family. Naomi's trying to get to school.
And now it's spring break, so
You think week 3 is spring break, I think, isn't it? Honey, you keep wanting to go on spring break. It's not spring break. It's not spring break.
Okay, so
Keep trying that line, but it's not going to work.
you know we really need to be first in line
We do.
on Monday morning.
But if we're first in line, you're still going to be late to work. What do you think your job's going to do?
We don't have a choice.
I was here Friday morning, and you closed the door on me. Please, please, please,
By at least 10.
please.
Because you got to get through the whole.
They are typical government employees.
I have an away game.
I have no transportation passes to go to work. It takes 5 of them, and so my family has run to the payday loan store in order to cash a check and get some money to buy transportation passes so they can come back and give me 5 transportation passes.
Hi, yes, I need to cash this, please.
Thank you. So we round up, so it's going to be 326. Yeah.
You're taking $4 away from me on
Yes.
that check?
Yes. Yes, 1% for every 100, and we round up.
That is.
Oh, you round up? Oh,
Yep.
horrible.
Okay. Yeah.
My
You know that
goodness.
$4 makes a huge difference.
It does help us too. We have to work. We have to make money. I don't know why you have to be so rude about it. There's other places you can go. The bank. Yeah, You glad wanna to go to talk the a little bank. about the bank. You can go to the bank.
Well, we have to buy transportation passes.
To get to the bank.
How much are the transportation passes?
$1 a piece. $1 a piece.
$1
We
piece,
recommend you
alright.
buy. You got to get
So-
through 3 weeks.
Right, I know. So should we buy?
Yes,
Well, you
let's get 3 weeks worth.
So I'm the only one in the family that has a job. So I go to work and I sit at my job, and it's up to my wife, who's unemployed, to make the day-to-day decisions during the day of, okay, where does this come from? How do we do this? How do we do that? I'm out of the equation, and that falls on her.
So you can't go to work, so we need 15 transportation. But we
15.
need more than that. We need 20 transportation passes.
How much are they?
Should we, they're $1
Okay,
piece.
yeah,
Should we
let's
get more than that?
Let's get 25.
All right, 25 transportation passes.
Just to be on.
Do you want to count that out for me?
Yeah, so it should be 301.
Would you mind counting it?
Okay. 300, 250. I'm sorry, I shorted you. So I'll get, how much is it now? So it was supposed to be 301, and that was 250.
All right, stop trying to talk around me here. You're I gave you a check for $330.
Right.
You
So it
took
was supposed to be
$4
three.
off.
Yeah.
That's
So it was 324.
$324
And then
minus
about
25.
Okay. So what was this? 1, 2. I'm just going to use my calculator. There you are. Thank you. Thanks for coming in.
oversees your agency?
Our manager.
I'd like to see the manager, but I don't have
Well,
time
you can
right now,
talk
but I'm going to come back.
Okay. All right, that's
This
great.
is wrong.
That's great. We'll be here.
I mean, you're taking advantage of the poor, and I'm the poor.
Oh, no, we're trying to
are.
help as much as we can.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Please. Actually, here's for the next 3 weeks.
Where did you get this money?
They're $1 a piece, so thankfully that's not that.
Okay, so I'm good there.
Okay.
Pray that I haven't lost my job. Okay, so I'm really late to work, but I have my passes, and so we'll pray that they let me come and work.
Okay,
so now we're gonna go buy
So now we
groceries?
need to figure out. So
Was the
I
next
can never
week-
stay home alone, I guess, because we have to use 2 transportation passes.
Why don't we go buy groceries and then take you to the doctor?
Okay.
Because week 2 you
Oh
will
yeah,
need to go to
week
the
2 I have to
doctor.
go to the doctor. All right, so so we have to go buy groceries at the super center.
We have payment due. Yes, hi. We're representing the Sweeney Realty Company, and you
The
have
swinging who?
Realty, Sweeney. That's your mortgage company.
Yes.
You have a mortgage due of $630. Can you make payment today?
Not until after this week. They won't pay me for my job until I have worked for a week. I'm standing in line to go to work. When I go to work and after I get off work, I will get a paycheck. Can you come back and after I get paid?
You can come over to our office and see us, but just understand that this is your housing that we are talking about here, okay? So you have to make that payment as soon as you can.
I completely understand.
Here you are.
Hi, yes, I need
there.
$110 worth of groceries, please.
You're Morrison.
Wait, what do you
Well, no,
got?
I've got 150, so I need $40 back, please.
$40 back?
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
there you
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I just got served that my mortgage payment is due, and until I get paid for my job this week, we have no money to pay for the mortgage.
No,
Where
I'm
else
good.
do we need to go?
Well, we're going to have to pay, but I don't know.
We don't have enough money currently. We can't pay any bills until we get his paycheck.
Okay, my paycheck is going to be $1,241. My housing payment is going to be $630. So we're going to be able to pay our housing, we're going to be able to pay our utilities, and some food. So this is really going to help. Oh no. Okay, so here's a problem. My rent is due per month $630. I just got paid $331, and so I'm only going to be able to pay half of my house payment after I get paid for this week.
Hi, can I help you?
Yes, I'm here for my checkup.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes, I do.
First, what type of insurance do you have?
I'm on Medicare.
You have Medicare?
Yes.
Okay, great. There's no copay. There's a $40 copay.
Okay.
I'll just give it to you.
Your daddy was bad. Let's send you for an extra. We're going to send your brother. And it would be about maybe a 2-hour wait.
We have an appointment.
But we have an appointment.
We had an appointment.
Yes, I know, but doctors are running a little late, so maybe it'd be sooner, but it's around that time.
All right. We're
Natalie,
so
what
sorry.
happened? What happened?
It's the first day of spring break and everyone's going to the beach, and I'm stuck here.
Spring break
Are
already?
we on week 3 already?
They told me at
It is
school
not
it's
spring break. We're on week 2.
They also gave this.
I guess we
Do
misunderstood.
we have money? No. I don't know how they expect us to pay.
You need school supplies. Why isn't the school providing you supplies?
Yeah.
I asked them. They're like, too bad.
We can't afford to give you $3 for school supplies.
I know.
What kind of school supplies?
They said for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna stay home so she can watch me.
Oh, that's a great
So we
idea.
only use one transportation
Okay.
pass. I know.
But do you get food stamps too? Do you have to be there with me to get the food stamps?
I don't think I get.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you join back together. This lovely week.
I got a paycheck.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. It's. They pay you. Wait, they pay you every other week?
They pay me every week.
Oh, they pay you every week.
Does that mean I can go to the beach?
I got a visit from our mortgage company, and we have to pay the mortgage now. Our mortgage is $630.
All right, so here's what you need to do. You need to go to the bank and cash your check. Wait, $630?
Yeah. I know. For some reason, I thought I was going to get all of the 600, all of my, see, my paycheck, I earn $1,200 and some a month. But they only give it to me in increments.
Right.
But when the monthly bills are due, hey honey,
So we have to.
Did you get paid?
I did get paid.
Oh, praise.
But it's not enough to pay our mortgage.
I got visited by our mortgage company.
$51 left, and he has 3. So maybe we pay some. Do you think they'd let us pay some of our mortgage?
They were kind of nice, and they said we need to go see them immediately. So, what do you got planned for the day or
I
the week?
needed to get the food stamps. First thing, because I told her I'd be there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
We didn't use food stamps to get.
We could have, I guess.
To get groceries. We should have done that.
Nothing in the house.
We do now. Yes, we bought groceries.
You always say there's nothing in the house.
Always.
I'm sorry. I like to eat.
I know, but we tried to buy healthy foods today.
Spring break.
Okay, so
I didn't realize food stamps were a different currency than the cash that we were getting. I just thought they were part of our budget. So we
thought so,
wasted
too.
$110 on groceries, which would have gotten us a little closer to paying our mortgage.
do you think?
You're fine on transportation passes, so you can
Yes.
still get to work.
Do you think you can go and see these folks at the mortgage company when you go out this week, or is that something you want me to
Now,
do
in
before I
spring
go to
break,
work?
I would highly suggest that Mandy stays home with me so you can get stuff done and we don't waste transportation passes.
I want to go to the beach, but we have no money.
we can't,
Well, we-
can't go to the beach this week.
No.
We're all in this together. We have to do this together.
Then where are you going to go to the beach with?
So what is your schedule?
I was gonna go to the beach with Lily and Maggie.
Are they driving? Are they driving?
They're driving.
Did they invite you?
They said I would have to go by myself.
Well, honey, we do not have gas money this
You
week.
can't go by yourself because you're 15 and you don't have a driver's license.
Everyone's gonna be there. Everyone's gonna be talking
Be
about it.
nice to Grandma.
understand.
Be nice to Grandma, okay?
Listen to your mom.
Be nice to Grandma. If you could work this week, it would be a big help to us. Do
Do
you
you have
think
enough money for transportation? for me to get to?
We do have some transportation passes. You have 3 shifts this week? How many shifts do you have this week? All right. You know, we might need to think about selling something this week to pay the rest of the mortgage to get caught up on our mortgage.
I told you I would sell my ring.
Okay.
So, do you want me to take care of the mortgage, or are you going to be able to do that?
I'm going to do that. I promise.
Okay.
Okay.
I promise.
There's that, and there's my paycheck.
Deposit, and I'm going to have to give you this money and then if we can sell something, we can pay.
I'm going to sell my ring.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah. I mean, if you feel like we need to.
Oh, week 3. We need every minute. All right.
Okay, so back to the grind. And gosh, our family is spread out, and we're starting to get in trouble because of cash flow. On paper, we've got enough money to meet our needs, but if the income doesn't come when the bills are due, then there's an immediate cash flow problem, which is what we're running into. My wife right now is running off to cash the check to beg for some time to make up for our house payment. Once I get paid for this week, then I'll have enough to make the house payment. But we're at the place now to where we're beginning to sell some belongings.
What the heck?
I got the same thing.
For what? In order to determine your continued eligibility for assistance, it's necessary that you report to the office this week to meet with the caseworker. If you're unable to, so I wonder if I can get my food stamps now. I'm gonna try. If she doesn't close, baby, I'm sorry.
Okay, so I just got paid. Let's see, $379 this time. So we're starting to get more and more in our paycheck, which is good. I've gone from $128 first week to $310 to now $379 for a week. I wonder if I can find another. I make $8.50 per hour. Wow. And I'm the only one that works.
Alright. Thank you for your wait, ladies.
Hi there.
Okay. Hi, and so you're Moore, correct?
Yes.
Alright. Hey, Christian. I have your sheet, and I need you to fill out one of these for me. And do you both have transportation passes?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll need those each. Thank you. Thank you.
Gosh, it takes forever here.
Now we have to
doesn't
wait for the caseworker?
it does. These people are rude here. Very rude.
You're going to see reception.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Come on, Natalie. Yes. How are you?
Have a seat. I'm here. All right. Now, earned income. How much earned income do you have?
We are making for the month, or
Yes, for the month.
for the month we're getting $1,360. Well, after taxes, I only get $1,200.
Okay, we count the gross. I'm sorry.
Oh, you do?
We have
Okay,
to count
I'm
before we
sorry.
take out any taxes. So you have a total of how many people in your house?
4.
Okay. Is there any other income in your house?
No.
Okay, like Social Security, any disability, any child support, any.
Oh, I'm
type of
sorry.
income
My
like that?
mother-in-law does get disability.
Okay, so how much income does she receive?
She's getting $330 a month in disability.
All right.
Sometimes it almost feels like a job is a two-edged sword. Yeah, it earns some money, but it takes me out of a position of being able to deal with the things in life that now my wife has to deal with. Bless her heart, she puts up with my mom. And she puts up with her daughter. who is on spring break this week.
How much do you have to pay for utilities?
My utilities are, let's see, $275 a month.
Okay, do you have medical expenses?
No. Well, I mean,
Okay.
you know, just.
How
we
much
don't
do you
go to the
pay for
doctor.
your housing?
My mortgage is due right now is $530.
And utilities? It's $275. Resources is your $150. Okay, well, based on all this information that you gave me, we're gonna have to review your benefits again. It's gonna take us about a month or so, but we'll know whether you're still eligible for food assistance, okay? And you're not eligible for TANF benefits because of the income that you have coming in.
Incomes.
Yes, ma'am.
It's my mother-in-law, and that's only $330 for her. And then my husband, he just got the job, and just
I know. But basically,
he had to work a whole week to get his paycheck.
So based on the income you are going to receive this month, you won't qualify.
So do you have emergency services? Because we only have enough food to last us this week.
No, we don't. But you can go to the community action group and see if they can refer you to someone that may be able to help you.
Where's that at?
That's over there on 10th Street, down at the corner.
Do you have any gas tickets you can give us?
No, you're gonna have to go to the store down there, and he will sell you some tickets, transportation tickets. I don't have any. We don't give out bus passes.
Hi, Miles.
I'm leaving now.
You're leaving?
My time's up.
Your time's up. Okay, well, Miles. You're working on week 3, right, Miles?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'll see you next week, Miles.
Thank you. Hey, how come the paycheck amounts are different?
Give you a little increase as you go along.
Oh, really? That's nice. Thank you. We really
The
appreciate
more
it.
you work, the more you earn.
My wife says thank you. All right, coming home. Bringing home the bacon. You too.
Did you get your paycheck this week?
I got my paycheck this week.
Okay, good.
I get paid a little bit more each week, so...
Did you work more hours this week?
No.
No? Well, that's nice. They give you a raise?
They say they give you a little bit
the
more.
wrong person's paycheck.
No.
That's yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 miles.
Okay. So I had to send your daughter to meet Melinda at the food stamp place because we got notice that they're going to cut our benefits if we don't go in and refile. But I don't know about Miles about paying all these other bills. So
What do we owe?
Well, we haven't been to the mortgage place yet because she's at the food stamp place.
So what if I'll
You
go?
need to go to the bank.
Yeah, I'll
Or
go to the bank and
okay.
cash this.
Okay, and then go pay the mortgage.
Okay, so I am in line to cash my check. I wonder if the payday place cashes checks. They do. That's a shorter line. I'll try there.
There you go. The wife hasn't moved at all since we did.
I see my wife coming. I hope that's good news. She's not crying. Oh no! Okay, well at least I don't have to give a transportation pass up.
So what happened?
Miles, you're going to be so mad at me. I'm really sorry. I was going to go pay the mortgage, and I went to go get our food stamp. We had to wait in line for over 6 hours to get the food stamps. And finally, I filled out the information. They went on your 2 incomes because I'm not working. And she said that they had to get proof and verification. It would not be for a whole month. After I stood there in line, they were rude.
So we don't have any food stamps?
Mandy
Melinda's out, you're saying we don't have any food stamps?
It would be a whole month before they give us our food stamps. And then while I was there, yeah, they said there was a notice, and I have to go see these people too. About
What's that?
something, notice to appear.
They were so rude when they came to the door. They didn't even say anything.
And she said that I could not get TAMP, and I didn't ask her what it was. It wasn't even worth asking her about that, but she said the food stamps I could get in a month. And she says now, then I got this, I didn't tell her about this notice. There's no need.
Yeah. So priorities for this coming week. I have to go to the doctor.
Again?
Yeah, it's week 4. I gotta go to the doctor.
Did I
again.
give you a couple of these?
No. So I need.
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't.
No,
We don't have any.
You've got your 5 to go to work.
Okay,
There
the
you go.
priorities
Well,
are.
But Miles really needs to go to the bank to deposit this check because we haven't
I
taken care
have
of
his
the
check.
mortgage.
I have the check from last week. We haven't cashed.
Okay, so let's give Miles all the checks, and Miles, you're gonna have to go to the mortgage place because Melinda has to take me to the doctor.
Then where do I buy transportation passes?
At the payday loans place. Do you need to go there first?
How many transportations do
No,
you need?
you can deposit these, but it's
He could, at the transportation place, he could get both of them.
yeah, you can get both of them taken care of. So you're gonna have to go to the. They'll take 4% off or something like that off of everything.
Hey, make sure that you count your change.
Yeah, they tried to short me $50. So if you'll go to the transportation place first, payday loans, get this out, but you got to run there to get in line first because they are slow, and they will take.
I got to pay my utilities this week.
I mean, we have to pay all of our bills still. We have to pay food. I just don't know how we're gonna have enough time to do this because
we have to pay. We have to make sure our lights stay on, and we have a warm bath. So I need the two. I have cash.
We're gonna have to just go in arrears on my auto loan. We need to sell that car.
Yeah, because you can't drive it.
I can't drive it. You have a car, and we can take the bus. So we need to sell the car.
See, the problem is.
Okay, I'll see you.
No, darling. You gotta go to the payday loan. What about go?
Oh, you're going to school today.
I think spring break is over.
All right, you're going to
And
school.
you don't need
honey.
any passes.
I don't need these,
No.
but I needed $3 for school for this.
Okay, I'm gonna give you. Take $1.
That's all we can contribute, Mandy.
They're gonna laugh in my face.
Just do it to your teacher
Yeah,
independently,
privately.
okay?
Privately.
I'll do it after
Yeah,
class,
because
I
I
guess.
can't afford to give you this. I mean, because I need to go pay, and we're going to have to meet Miles when he cashes that check because we got to get that and go to the doctor
'Cause I
and
don't
pay
have
my
any-
utilities.
So you have enough money for me to go to the doctor.
Yes.
So but you need to take me there.
Yes, sir. What can I do?
Hey, can I get these two cashed and buy 4 transportation tickets?
I cannot cash this check.
How come?
That handwritten stuff, I can't. We can't do that. We can cash this one. All right, we can't cash that. I don't know why. You need to go back to the bank and get a new check.
How much do you see me short on gas?
Hey, you're no good. You're no good. Susan, you're no good. Belinda, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Nothing's going on.
Nothing else to
But we need to. I need to go to the doctor. Hi. I'm here for the doctor. I've got Medicare, and it's a $40 copay.
While you're seeing the doctor, I'm going to try to catch Miles
All right, I'll
outside.
stay here. Okay,
Just
so
stay
don't you
here.
got a transportation?
I do.
Okay.
So I'm going to go over and get Miles.
We have to stay
home. Wait, you guys didn't have to go to the beach?
No, we have to go my grandparents.
I was so disappointed that I couldn't go.
My sister has ADHD, so we had to get insurance.
We have a part-time job, so we were able to help with families.
I have a job.
Oh, so you skipped your job and you went to the beach?
Oh no, I wanted to go to the beach.
Oh,
No, but I wasn't able to get to work.
oh wow. So what?
He should oversell you on these transportation passes. He does that all the time.
Yeah.
Larry, we did you a favor. All right, there you are. I went ahead and took out the interest, so it's $4 in interest.
So how much money are you supposed to give me?
$327.
$327.
60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 220. Yes, ma'am.
How many?
I need some money.
Excuse me, can you get in the back of the line? I don't even know why you're here. That's your husband? Well, then I need a
327?
transportation pass. Are y'all together?
Here, yeah, we need
Can you give me another transportation?
Okay. How many transportation passes do you want?
I wanted 4.
4? That's $8.
Make sure that you count it because last time they ripped us off.
Yeah.
I mean, he does not know how to count. Hey, Miles, I need some cash before you go because I got to go pay the electric bill and I need some transportation. So how many?
All right, I
did you
bought
get?
4 more.
Okay.
So let's see, let's figure this out.
We weren't able to go on a field trip, do the Valentine's Day card, and we don't have school supplies at our house.
I feel like the biggest issue at our place is the fact that we're getting ready to be evicted because my dad hasn't been able to work or get his paycheck because it's been printed incorrectly. And they came to our house stating if we don't pay, we're going to get kicked out. Don't really have food. I worked and was able to get a little bit of food, but it's not enough. So.
It makes you sad when you can't participate with your classmates in different projects. It makes you feel bad when the teacher asks and requests for the monies that she had requested the day before and the day prior to that. So you don't feel like some of the other children that are able to
I feel like the home situations affect the students because if you don't have food, you're in work, you're in school, you're not able to function because your stomach's growling, and I feel like without nutrition, your brain's not stimulated.
The fact that we're all in the same situation makes me feel better just because I feel like I'm not like alone in this. Because at first I thought I was like the only one that was living in a difficult situation, but after like talking to everyone, it makes me feel like, you know, like we're all in this together, I think. But it's still equally as hard. It doesn't matter if we all are one.
I'm going to go pay our electric bill. So I was wondering if you could give me $275. Do you have it? Really, I don't. I have $100, so I need $175 for me.
You need 175?
So how much do you have? Do you have enough to pay the mortgage?
I don't know. 20, 40, 60.
Why didn't you cash all the check?
Because they wouldn't take that check there. It's been written on. I'm going to have to go back to the. Do you think the bank would do that?
I doubt it. Not with that cost out. But how much money do you have?
Why don't you take it?
Well, you got to pay the mortgage.
I got to go to work.
But I thought you were going to pay the mortgage when you get off work.
Well, but I have to go to work to get another check.
Okay, they're going to take our house. You have got to pay it, Miles. We've talked about this.
Okay, so what if I do this? I go to work, and right after work, I go pay. I've got to go to work anyway in order to get another check.
Okay.
If nobody will take this, so I might as well go to work.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take all the money then, and so you have enough. If you get that paid, you have enough to go pay for the mortgage. You get that check.
I should, because I got $379, and then I get paid for. I get another paycheck when I go to work.
Okay. Hi there. Good morning.
Hi.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And how can I help you?
I need to pay my bill, my total bill. I'd like to pay our gas, electric, and phone.
All right. I'm showing $80 for the gas, $60 for the electric, and $35 for the telephone.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's 100.
Oh.
Last week, Miles.
You've seen me a lot.
Yes, and Miles. Oh, hey.
Man, we have a real problem. You gave me this check, and it was written on, and nobody takes it.
Miles. Who are you banking with?
Those guys.
Okay, I know them. They should have taken your check.
Well,
I don't know what the problem is.
the problem was that somebody wrote my name on instead of it printed Miles. Could I get another one? Because that one won't work. I've already tried.
I want to get paid for one week, that too.
Let's fix that now. Now there's nobody's name on it but yours.
Oh, great. That ought to work.
Excuse me, can I go first? Thank you. I need like 5 transportation passes, please.
All right, I need one first. They're $2 a piece.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
I've got last week's paycheck. At the end of 7 minutes, I'm going to have another paycheck. I got to go straight to pay our house payment, or they're going to take our house away. Jeez. But I just happen to think that once we get past this 1 week, then the cycle kind of is working a little bit. We can finally get caught up.
Hi, how are you? Yeah, we're back for some more food, please.
I see you've only eaten once this month.
I know.
Oh, that's good.
It is bad. I went to get our food stamps and they said it would be a whole night.
Clothing, or you have some other miscellaneous things?
I don't have much money, so I'm going to get the next, I would like maybe some beans and rice and milk and bread and cereal.
Okay.
So they give me a paycheck last week with a name across it that was crossed off like it belonged to someone else originally, and then put my name on top of it. Nobody would cash the check. And I came back, I had to skip making a house payment because I couldn't get my check cashed to get my money. So hopefully, if I take this to the bank and they don't cash it, then we got a real problem.
Okay. I'm sorry I took so long, but I got your transportation pass. I went and got some more. Very low on money right now. Well, I think we've taken care of everything.
Do we need to go to the pawn shop?
I think so.
I'm going to try to sneak out early in order to be able to go pay my house payment. We'll see if she lets me. We'll just be real quiet. We won't say anything. All right. I'm supposed to be leaving here with 2 checks. The first check is a makeup for the check that was no good.
Okay. The first check is here it is. Now, honestly, there you go. That's your first check. You need to leave. You need to leave that bank you're dealing with. I don't know if it's an off-brand bank or whatever, but most of the banks have a good reputation and they know us around here.
Is this a standard check that you give?
That's the standard check.
Yeah, and do you usually cross people's name out and put another name on? Is that the way you do business?
No, that's not.
Well, how about giving me a good one then?
This is the best check you're going to get from us.
That was horrible. But I walked out with more money than I was supposed to, so I'm in a good shape. Okay, can I get a check, 2 checks cash, please?
Miles, okay, let's check that. 240, 240.
There's
transportation pass.
There you got it.
So it's 480, so we'll charge 5.
Yeah.
475.
And I want to buy 2 transportation passes as well.
Is over.
Sorry, we're closed for business.
Sorry, we're closed.
You're a dog, man. You're a dog.
So yeah, we really need you to give us as much money as possible.
Yeah, for this stuff, you've seen my camera and my TV lately. So having these old TVs and cameras, we got so much stuff. You see what we got on the walls here and back? We can't even turn this stuff. We're in business to make some money here.
What about a diamond ring?
If you got some jewelry, we
Miles
could,
will kill me.
you know.
Miles is going to kill me, but we need the money.
I mean, he did say.
Hey, but are you going to? Would you give me like 10 days?
Well, we can pawn it for you, yes.
And then I can come back and get
we'll
it.
hold it that way, but you have to come back and buy it back later.
Okay.
And we'll give you $20 for it.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah,
$20. My ring is beautiful. Look.
Absolutely, to you. Yes, it is. Yeah.
When we
And
had
when I pull the stones out and melt it down, it'll be still a Tiffany's. But
I can't do that. No, we just wasted all transportation.
Okay, so the assimilation really showed me that, like, as a child in this situation, it really does affect them more than, like, you think. It made me feel frustrated for them. It made me feel embarrassed just because going to school, not having enough money to pay for school supplies, or not being able to participate in, like, soccer games or going away for spring break. Things that normally kids get to do. I feel like I wasn't really a kid. I felt isolated from my family because they were at work. Coming home to an empty house was really sad. And I can't imagine what those kids have to go through.
This simulation taught me a lot today. First of all, it taught me humility, I would say, trying to get to different organizations. I didn't realize how I let my family down. I was supposed to go pay the mortgage the first day. I couldn't do it. I had to put it out on my husband. My daughter had to go to school. She needed money. We couldn't get to the bank because of the transportation. If you realize that, the shoes that I don't walk in each day probably are huge shoes to fill, of having to, you just have to humiliate yourself to go and beg for these services and talk to different people at the agencies and beg to get in lines, because it was just a time thing for me that I couldn't get to everything that I needed to do. Having a sick mother-in-law, my husband, I think we're ahead of the game with financially now, but we didn't get what we needed during that week or the month. We didn't eat like we should have. Didn't realize how tough that would be.
I guess from the father's point of view, I had the job in the family, and every day I had to go to work. And I found that to be a terrible two-edged sword, because that meant that I left to my wife everything else to handle, and I was stuck at work. There was nothing I could do to help. There was no way that I could leave and go take care of the million different things. I found myself disconnected from knowing kind of what the real problems were or how the cash flow was. I got to tell you, we finished the simulation and I was unaware of our financial standing of the month. It was just a whirlwind of problems, and the problems overshadowed our ability to judge how well we were doing. There was also an issue of dignity for me as well, because the various places where I stopped to try to take care of business or to fight for what I thought was right, the dynamic that I felt was the agency or the representative or whoever it was that I was talking to was up there, and I was down here, and I was dictated to how things were going to be at every turn. There was no equal ability to negotiate out any kind of solution. I was told how things were going to be, and if I didn't like it, then I needed to go talk to somebody about how they ought to be different. But I had no power to negotiate any type of settlement of any kind.
For me, probably the biggest thing was the transportation side. I take for granted being able to hop in my car and drive anywhere. And in this particular simulation, I was not only reliant upon my family members to take me places, but we didn't have access to the vehicles we needed to do that all the time, or the gas money or anything along those lines. And for me, with everything that's been happening in Polk County, with the discussions about transportation taxes, I don't think enough people understand that experience on how difficult it is to really get around a county that's 2,000 square miles, and you may have to go to an office in Bartow, but you live across the county, and how do you get there? And so really, I take that for granted as a 32-year-old that can hop in the car anytime she wants and drive her wherever she's going. And how that trickles down to so many other factors when it comes into that, on how lack of transportation, also lack of access to simple things like the internet that we all take for granted.
Well, it's just a matter of walking in someone else's shoes. There's no way to adequately help someone when you don't understand what the problem is. And to me, it pointed out the fact that I can imagine what people are going through all day long. But as long as my solutions are based on my imagination, then it's my solution, and not really the solution that may be the best for the circumstance. So being able to understand what someone's going through can at least help me listen to what might be a better solution than something I think needs to happen.
This event's purpose was to shed light on the current situation in Polk County and promote collaboration among agencies to identify the gaps in services, reduce duplication of services, and improve community capacity. While the participants shown in this simulation were playing the roles of family members, the exercise is in no way intended to be a game, but rather a sincere look into the struggles of families living in poverty in Polk County. This exercise would not have been possible possible without the many volunteers and partners working together to improve our community. A special thanks goes to our event planning group partners, the University of Florida IFAS Extension in Polk County, Polk County Government, the United Way of Central Florida, Polk Vision, Healthy Start Coalition, Hardy, Highlands, and Polk Counties, the Florida Department of Health in Polk County, Heartland for Children, and Central Florida Healthcare. For more information about this program and others, contact Nicole Walker, Polk County Extension Director at naw@ufl.edu or call 863-519-1045.